Hey YouTube, my name is Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got plenty to go around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, this is my WWE Smackdown review on highlights. Giulia joins WWE Smackdown roster. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel. Go check out my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, and also follow my social media down below in the description. Now let's get started. Now WWE Smackdown was a pretty good W show for what it was, and that's all I gotta say. SmackDown was live from First Horizontal Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. The commentary tonight with Joe Testo and Ray Barrett. All right, we go to the Then Now Forever Together into voiced by Triple H. A live shot of Greensboro starts things off. We then go live inside the venue. Tiffany Stratton is shown walking through the building, followed by Nia Jax, who is shown walking in the back parking lot. Now the match between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown main event, they both cooked. It was a good match, but that match should have been on WrestleMania 41 between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. That match was way better than Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. That match set by WrestleMania 41 between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. That was the worst match of the night. All right, I'm just speaking facts. All right, let me continue. A backlash recap video is up next. We go back inside the arena as the music of Soul Sequoia's hits as he Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb make their way down to the ring as Joe Testo and Ray Barrett are on commentary tonight. Soul Sequoia has a mic in hand as the fans chant Jacob Fatu. Soul Sequoia says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please help him welcome the man who kept the United States title in this family. His man, JC." Solo then says, when Roman lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, he ruined everything and lost everything for his family. Soul Sequoia says that changed with him winning Money in the Bank and then winning the title as bringing it back where it belongs. If anyone in the back has a problem, they need to deal with JC and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu then grabs a mic and says, let's keep it 100." And not to get it twisted, he tells Solo he will do with or without him and line everyone up. At the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is all gas, no brakes. Soul Sequoia stops him and tells Jacob Fatu the reason he is doing all this is because he loves him. He then tells Jacob Fatu to look at his shoulder, and that is proof he loves Jacob Fatu. Solo then asks Jacob Fatu about the thing he used to tell him all the time. Jacob Fatu then says, "I love you, Solo." Solo tells him that it's not it. He used to say it loud and proud. He then pushes on Jacob Fatu and asks him who he loves and how did he used to say it. The music of LA Knight then hits as the former United States champion comes from the crowd and takes out Jeff Cobb and then runs through the crowd. That was a pretty I might as well say that was a pretty good promo. Pretty good promo by Soul Sokoa. Um but I already know that Soul Sokoa is not going to win Money in the Bank. But he did qualify, but he's not going to win Money in the Bank. But Soul Squad is trying to be like Roman Reigns at this point. Get rid of this bloodline stuff. This gives me bloodline flashback, but get rid of the bloodline and all that stuff. But I'm tired. I'm so sick and tired of LA Knight dealing with the bloodline. LA Knight needs to go to Monday Night Raw, and that's all I got to say. And that is facts by itself. We now go backstage with Mitch and B-Fab talking about Money in the Bank as they are interrupted by Chelsea Green and her gang. Alexa Bliss then comes in and says, "See you out there." And I'm glad Alexa Bliss won tonight. That's the part I'm happy about. I think Alexa Bliss is going back to the dark side. All right, the music of Alexa Bliss hits as she makes her way out and down to the ring as our first match of the night is up next. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Joe Testo promotes the four shows coming up in Tampa, Florida. Alexa Bliss is in the ring as the music of Mention is up next. She makes her way out and down to the ring. Chelsea Green's music hits next as the former U.S. Women's Champion makes her way out and down to the ring. So we get the True Threat Women's Money in the Bank qualifier match. Chelsea Green versus Alexa Bliss versus Mitchell. And this was a good True Threat match, but I'm glad Alexa Bliss won. All right. As the bell rings, Chelsea Green gets as the bell rings, Chelsea Green gets a big kick from Mitchell and rolls to the floor. Alexa Bliss and Mitchell lock up as Alexa Bliss then takes Mitchell down. Alexa Bliss runs to the ropes as she trips of Chelsea Green, who hits the ring. Alexa Bliss rolls up Mitchell, but she kicks out at 2. Mitchell then rolls up Alexa Bliss for only a 2 count, and Mitchell trade more near falls. Mitchell and Alexa Bliss drop kick Chelsea Green to keep her out of the ring. Mitchell and Alexa Bliss then go. Mitchell and Alexa Bliss then go to the outside to send Chelsea Green back in. Mitchell and Alexa Bliss try to keep each other from getting in the ring as Chelsea Green drop kicks them both. So we go to picture in picture. Chelsea Green sends Mitchell into the barricade and then tosses Alexa Bliss back in the ring and covers her. But Alexa Bliss kicks out at 2. Chelsea Green sends Alexa Bliss head first into the turnbuckle and then grabs her arms and pushes her down. Chelsea Green covers Alexa Bliss, but she kicks out at 2. Chelsea Green tosses Alexa Bliss to the floor and walks around the ring. Chelsea Green goes to the outside and sends Alexa Bliss into the barricade. Chelsea Green tosses Alexa Bliss back in the ring and hits the back of the head. As mentioned, is on the apron. Chelsea Green kicks her, sending her back to the floor. Chelsea Green takes out Alexa Bliss as Mitchell comes back in and drops Chelsea Green on her back, and then picks her back up and drops her with a power bomb. Mitchell covers Chelsea Green, but Alexa Bliss picks up the pin. Chelsea Green, I'm sorry, back from picture in picture. Mitchell sends Alexa Bliss to the corner and then sends Chelsea Green to the corner onto Alexa Bliss and lands on a cannonball on both women. Mitchell covers Chelsea Green, but she kicks out at 2. Mitchell attempts to kick Chelsea Green, but she ducks as Alexa Bliss gets the boot instead. All three women then kick each other as they go down. We get a this awesome chant. With this is awesome chant, Chelsea Green and Alexa Bliss exchange blows. Alexa Bliss slaps Chelsea Green and takes her down with a drop kick. Out of nowhere comes Mitchell taking down Mitchell. Mitchell then drops Chelsea Green and covers her, but Alexa Bliss breaks up the 3 count. Alexa Bliss then drops Mitchell on her head and goes to the top rope. Alexa Bliss then lands a twisted bliss on Mitchell and covers her, but Chelsea Green breaks the hold. Chelsea Green hits Mitchell with an prettier. Alexa Bliss then draws Chelsea Green with a Sister Abigail DDT and covers Chelsea Green to get the win. The winner by pinfall, Alexa Bliss. This triple threat match between Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, and Mitchell. This was a good triple threat match for the Money Bank Women's Qualifier match. But we haven't seen the Riot Six. Where are the Riot Six at? I don't know. But I just want to know, where are the Riot Six? Somebody tell me down below in the comment section, where is the Riot Six at? Alright, let me continue. We go to a recap of last week of Fraxton defeating the Street Profits and Fraxton being taken out by DIY. Up next is the music of Fraxton as they make their way to the ring. So we go to commercial break. Up next is the music of DIY as they head down to the ring. So we get a tag team match. Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom versus DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. And this tag team match itself, this was a decent tag team match. The bell rings as Axiom and Ciampa start off by locking up. Ciampa grabs the left arm of Axiom as Axiom gets out of the hole and drop kicks Ciampa, tagging in Nathan Frazier, who runs the ropes, taking down Ciampa, sending him to the floor. They take out Johnny Gargano. Nathan Frazier sends Ciampa over the barrel as Axiom then leaves through the ropes, sending Gargano into the barricade. I'm sorry. As Axiom gets for a springboard, Gargano pulls the ropes, sending him to the floor. Gargano clotheslines Axiom and sends him to the barricade. Gargano and Ciampa sit on the barricade and celebrate. Gargano tosses Axiom back in the ring. Axiom fights back, but Gargano picks him up and slams him down, sending him to the floor. So we go to commercial break. Back from the commercial break, Axiom is trying to tag, but Ciampa stops him. Axiom then makes the tag to Frazier as Axiom and Ciampa hit the floor. Frazier drops Gargano and then lands on him with a shooting star press. Frazier covers Gargano, but he kicks out at 2. Frazier goes to the top and calms down as Gargano moves. Gargano super kicks Frazier. Gargano tags in Ciampa and kicks Frazier and covers him, but Frazier kicks out. Ciampa then delivers a Project Tempo on Frazier and covers him, but Frazier kicks out at two. Ciampa and Axiom are on the outside. Gargano and Frazier are on the top rope as Ciampa is back and he is taken out by Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier and Axiom double team Gargano as Frazier covers Gargano, but Ciampa breaks up the pin attempt. Axiom and Gargano exchange blows as Frazier and Ciampa are on the outside. Axiom grabs the arm of Axiom as Ciampa grabs Axiom and tries to take his mask off. Frazier takes out Ciampa as Axiom rolls up Gargano for the win. The winner by pinfall Fraxon. This was a decent tag team match, but DIY is a sore loser at this point. After the match, DIY attacks Fraction. The music of Motor City Machine Guns hit as Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley runs down to make the save. Alright, we go backstage with Ray Phoenix and Andrade. Ray Phoenix says even though he felt from his WrestleMania moment, his next call is Money in the Bank. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb come in as if Ray Phoenix and Andrade has seen LA Knight. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, we get a promo from Fantastic Fest June 20th through June 22. Backstage is Fraction walking as they are met by the Street Profits. They say next week Fraction will get their title shot. Alright. We go to a sit down interview with Ray Barrett talking to R-Truth about getting sent through a table by John Cena at the Backlash press conference. R-Truth says Bill's pressure, but you can't always depend on John Cena. Your time is now. Hustle, loyalty, respect is a beacon of light. Wade Barrett then tells R-Truth to listen to himself and recaps the finish at Backlash. R-Truth says the guy at the press conference is not the John Cena he knows. R-Truth says he doesn't want to fight John Cena, but if he has to beat him back to his sense, he will do it. He he has already talked to Nick on the Saturday night's main event, and no matter what, he will walk out with his head held high, hustle, loyalty, respect. Now I remember that John Cena and R-Truth at the Capital Punishment pay per view when John Cena versus R-Truth for the WWE Champion at Capital Punishment. I do remember that. And then John Cena retained that Capital Punishment. I do remember that. But this was a good backstage interview with R-Truth. This was a good backstage segment with R-Truth. I enjoyed this. It is official. John Cena versus R-Truth in a non-title match. Back in the venue, the lights are out as the music of Sister Abigail, Sister, I'm not Sister, I'm sorry. Let me start over. In the back venue, the lights are out as the music of Alistair Black hits. I'm glad I correct myself on that. He rides up through the smoke with candles and walks slowly to the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, we get a video package on the feud between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I already saw this one coming. So we're gonna get Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre face off again. I already knew this was coming. We go backstage with the Miz and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes says that it's not over until he wins, and it's mellow over everybody. Miz then says to hit Hayes music. Carmelo Hayes comes out with the Miz as they head down to the ring. So we get Aleister Black versus Carmelo Hayes, and this match right here, it was a quick match, not quick match. I'm sorry. This was a solid match, but it had no contest. The bell rings as both men lock up. Aleister Black grabs the arm of Carmelo Hayes as he fights back and takes down Aleister Black, who makes it back up. Both men are in the corner as Aleister Black goes for a punch, but Carmelo Hayes ducks. Aleister Black then takes down Carmelo Hayes as they go back and forth with attempt pinfalls. Aleister Black goes for the Black Mass kick, but Carmelo Hayes ducks it. Carmelo Hayes leaps off the ropes and is met with a big boot by Aleister Black and hits the floor. The Miz tosses Carmelo Hayes back in the ring and then leaps over the ropes with a big moonsault. taking down Aleister Black. Carmelo Hayes sends Aleister Black back in the ring and covers him for only a 2 count. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Carmelo Hayes is on the top rope, but it's sent to the floor by a big kick from Aleister Black. The referee begins the 10 count. Carmelo Hayes beats the 10 count as Aleister Black drops Carmelo Hayes in the follow up with a big kick. Carmelo Hayes is up as Aleister Black drop kicks him. Carmelo Hayes rolls to the floor, but Aleister Black connects with a big moonsault on the floor. Aleister Black rolls Carmelo Hayes back in the ring. Aleister Black picks up Carmelo Hayes as Carmelo Hayes tries to fight it off, and then rolls up Aleister Black, but he kicks out at 2. Carmelo Hayes plants Aleister Black's face first, but then he rolls up Carmelo Hayes for only a 2 count. But Aleister Black connects with a big knees off the top rope on Carmelo Hayes and then attempts a pin. But Carmelo Hayes kicks out at 2. The Miz distracts Carmelo Hayes as he allows his to drop Aleister Black on his face. Carmelo Hayes covers Aleister Black for only a 2 count. Miz is up on the apron. Aleister Black sends Carmelo Hayes into the Miz, sending him to the floor. Aleister Black then connects with a big knee on Carmelo Hayes. The Miz hits the ring, causing disqualification. Miz picks up Aleister Black, but Aleister Black Miz in the in, kicks Miz with the Black Mass as Carmelo Hayes attacks Aleister Black. Carmelo Hayes climbs to the top rope and connects with a big leg on Aleister Black. The commentary team said the match was thrown out. So we didn't get any so it says no contest. All right, cool. We go backstage with Byron Saxton talking to Alexa Bliss about her win. She then tells Byron Saxton she has to go. Alexa Bliss then confronts Charlotte Flair about how they were friends in NXT, but Charlotte Flair says she doesn't remember remember that. Giulia then walks out of Nick Aldis' office. Nick Aldis comes out and tells Charlotte Flair they need to talk about Money in the Bank. Charlotte Flair then tells Alexa Bliss she doesn't believe in her. Drew McIntyre is shown walking backstage. We do not want to see Charlotte Flair win Women's Money in the Bank. That's gonna be god awful. I do not want to see Charlotte Flair win Women's Money in the Bank. Give it to you should have given it to Alexa Bliss or Giulia or somebody else. That's just my opinion. But I do not want to see Charlotte Flair win Women's Money in the Bank this year. Because if that happens, that's gonna be awful, and everybody on Twitter is gonna be mad about it. All right, let's go to commercial break. Back from the break, we have a video package featuring Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax hyping up the title match for tonight. Back in the arena, the music of Drew McIntyre hits as he makes his way down to the ring. So this is a solid promo by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has a mic in hand. He says he heard what Damian Priest had to say. Drew McIntyre says the only reason Damian Priest is irrelevant is because of his feud with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre says that Damian Priest is obsessed with him. Drew McIntyre says is jealous. Says it's jealousy. Drew McIntyre says he is better than Damian Priest and would have been a Grand Slam champion at Backlash if it wasn't for him. Drew McIntyre says has to and accepts Damian Priest challenge from a video package that aired earlier for a steel cage match at Saturday night's main event. As Drew McIntyre walks to the back, the music of Soul Sequoia hits as he, JC, and Jacob Fatu make their way to the ring. So it looks like Jacob Fatu full name in WWE is JC Matito. Now I got a mixed feeling about this, but it is what it is, man. I don't know why they changed from Jeff Cobb to JC Matito. It is what it is. So we go to commercial break. We go backstage with Jimmy Uso walking as he talks about how he will win tonight. The music of Jimmy Uso hits next as he makes his way out to the ring. The lights go out as the music of Ray Finis hits next. He makes his way out with a big power going off behind him. Ray Phoenix makes his way down to the ring. Alright, so we get the men's Money in the Bank qualifier match. Jimmy Uso versus Ray Phoenix versus Solo Sikoa. And this triple threat match right here, I might as well say this was a not a bad triple threat match. I might as well say this was a pretty good triple threat match. But Solo Sikoa did qualify for the men's Money in the Bank, but Solo Sikoa is not going to win Money in the Bank. Alright, the bell rings as Solo goes right after Ray Phoenix. Jimmy Uso hits Solo with a big uppercut. Ray Phoenix and Jimmy Uso send Solo to the floor. Ray Phoenix and Jimmy Uso fight it out as Ray Phoenix grabs Jimmy Uso and locks him up. Jimmy Uso fights off Ray Phoenix with a big chop. Ray Phoenix then leaps off the ropes and connects on Jimmy Uso and covers him for only a 2 count. Jimmy Uso nails Ray Phoenix and sends him down. Ray Phoenix gets back up as Solo Sikoa grabs the legs of Jimmy Uso and drags him to the floor, slamming his head on the announcer table. Ray Phoenix goes up top and lands on Solo and Jimmy Uso with a big crossbody on the outside. Solo is in the ring as Ray Phoenix springboards in and is caught by a springboard slam. Solo runs Solo runs and sends Jimmy Uso off the apron and to the announcer table. Solo grabs Jimmy Uso and then slams him on the announcer table. So we go to picture in picture. Alright. Solo is back in the ring. He picks up Ray Phoenix and kicks him, sending him down. Jimmy Uso is back on the apron and sends him to the floor. Solo goes to the outside and looks under the ring. He he heads back into the ring as Ray Phoenix tries to fight him off. Solo nails him again. Solo stomps on Ray Phoenix and then super kicks Jimmy Uso as he tries to head back to the ring. Solo covers Ray Phoenix, but he kicks out at two. Solo grabs Ray Phoenix and picks him up, but Ray Phoenix fights him off. Ray Phoenix then sends Solo into the ring post as both men are down. Back from picture in picture, Jimmy Uso hits the ring and climbs to the top. Ray Phoenix gets back to his feet and knocks him both men knocks him both knocks him. Both men are on the top. Both men are on the ropes. Ray Phoenix grabbed by Solo. Ray Phoenix kicks Solo and then comes off the ropes and is hit with a super kick by Jimmy Uso. Solo then comes in and takes out both Ray Phoenix and Jimmy Uso. Solo then sends Ray Phoenix down and then connects with a Samoan drop on Jimmy Uso. Solo Sikoa then connects with a cannonball on Jimmy Uso in the corner. Solo Sikoa picks up Ray Phoenix and goes for a Samoan spike. I'm sorry, but he ducks as Ray Phoenix rolls up Solo Sikoa for a 1 count. Jimmy Uso super kicks Solo. Ray Phoenix and Jimmy Uso exchange blows. Ray Phoenix connects with a drop kick and then send Jimmy Uso face first to the mat. Ray Phoenix charge at Jimmy Uso, but he spears Ray Phoenix and covers him for only a 2 count. Jimmy Uso goes to the top rope as Jacob goes to the apron. Solo then spikes Jimmy Uso and sending him to the floor. Ray Phoenix then takes down Solo. Ray Phoenix is distracted by JC and Jacob Fatu to allow Solo to hit the Samoan spike on Ray Phoenix to get the win. The winner by pinfall, Solo Sikoa, has qualified for the men's Money in the Bank, and Solo Sikoa won. And this triple threat match was not a bad match. This was a pretty good match. What it was, but so we already know that Solo Sikoa is not going to win Money in the Bank, and that's all I gotta say. But he did qualify. After the match, LA Knight runs down and attacks Solo Sikoa. JC and Jacob for two. LA Knight has a chair standing on the announcer table. Nick Aldis then comes out and says SmackDown is where they settle their difference in the ring and makes a match for JC versus LA Knight next. So we go to commercial break. So we get JC Montero versus LA Knight. LA Knight got destroyed by JC Montero. And this match right here, this was a decent match for what it was. Back from the break, the bell rings as both men lock up. LA Knight grabs JC, but he turns it around and tosses LA Knight. JC grabs LA Knight and sends him down. LA Knight tries to fight him off, but JC nails him. LA Knight comes back and applies a headlock on JC. LA Knight tries to stand him down, but he won't move. LA Knight runs to the ropes and is called by JC, but LA Knight reverses it and slams down JC, covering him for only a 1 count. LA Knight has JC in the corner, delivering big right hands. JC grabs him as LA Knight fights him off. LA Knight turns the ropes and is sent to the mat with a big elbow to the face. JC clubbers on LA Knight and picks him up and hits him again. JC picks up LA Knight, but he fights it off with back elbows. LA Knight then connects with a bot on JC and then bulldog him. Solo distracts LA Knight as it allows JC to send him over the top and to the floor. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, JC slams LA Knight down and covers him, but LA Knight kicks out at 2. JC picks up LA Knight and connects with a big belly to back suplex. He covers LA Knight, who kicks out at 2. LA Knight fires back with big rights on JC. JC then drops LA Knight with a big clothesline. JC covers LA Knight, but he kicks out at 2. JC grabs LA Knight, keeping him down on the mat. The referee checks on LA Knight, who gets fired up, tries to fight off LA Knight and sends him to the floor. JC grabs LA Knight, sending him into the ring post. JC then backs up and runs to LA Knight, but LA Knight moves as JC hits the post head first. Both men get back in the ring as LA Knight hits JC with a big right. LA Knight then hits JC with a jumping neck breaker. LA Knight drops JC back first. LA Knight drops a big elbow down on JC and covers him only for a 2 count. LA Knight kicks JC and tries to go for the BFT, but JC blocks it and slams down LA Knight and covers him for only a 2 count. JC then connects with a standing moonsault on LA Knight and covers him for only a 2 count. JC picks up LA Knight and as LA Knight then nails JC with an elbow. LA Knight trips up JC, who is on the middle rope. LA Knight is on the apron. He takes out Soul Dakota and Jacob for 2 on the outside with a springboard off the middle rope. LA Knight goes back in the ring and catches LA Knight and drops him with the tour of the islands to get the win. The winner by pinfall, JC Matado. And this match right here, this was not a bad match. This was a pretty good match for what it was. Alright, we go to a video package of Berto leaving the ring after Santos slapped him next week. In the locker room, Santos tells Angel he needs to go find Berto and invite him to dinner or something. Angel says he will try to find Berto. Santos says Angel has been loyal since day one. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, we go to Avengers with Shinsuke Nakamura directed towards LA Knight and Aleister Black. Um, um, Nakamura is speaking in all Japanese as we have English subtitles. Now, I would love to see Aleister Black versus Shinsuke Nakamura again, just like they had a while back on NXT. All right, that was a pretty cool segment by Shinsuke Nakamura. We go backstage with Jade Cargill confronting Tiffany Stratton, telling her she will win Money in the Bank and take the title just like Tiffany Stratton did with Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton tells Jade Cargill as long as she is the champion, Jade Cargill will never be able to beat her. So we go to commercial break. We have signs of the night. First up is the music of Nia Jax as the challenger makes her way out and down to the ring. It's Tiffy time. The music for Tiffany Stratton hits as the women's champion makes her way to the ring. Mark Nash gives us formal ring introductions. So we get the main event of the evening: WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. This match was fantastic. Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax both cooking this match. But this match right here between I would rather see Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax at WrestleMania 41. This match tonight between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, this match was way better Then Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41, which is that match itself was the worst match of the night. But Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax cooked in this match. This match was fantastic. Alright. The bell rings as both women circle the ring and then lock up. Nia Jax shoves Tiffany Stratton down. Tiffany Stratton gets up as Nia Jax headbutts her. Tiffany Stratton drop kicks Nia Jax, but it has no effect. Nia Jax shoulder tackles the champ. Tiffany Stratton then fights back with kicks on Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton does a back handspring, but is caught by Nia Jax and sends into the turnbuckles. Tiffany Stratton dangles over the ropes as Nia Jax nails Tiffany Stratton with a big hip attack against the ring post. Picture in picture, Tiffany Stratton hits the floor as Nia Jax goes to the outside and rolls her back in the ring. Nia Jax pulls back the arms of Tiffany Stratton and then lets go. Nia Jax covers Tiffany Stratton, but she kicks out at 2. Nia Jax uses the middle rope to choke the champion. Nia Jax applies a headlock on Tiffany Stratton, but she breaks the hold and fights back. But Nia Jax drops her and applies a headlock. Nia Jax breaks the hold. Back from picture in picture, Nia Jax sends the champ head first into the corner. Nia Jax goes for a hip attack, but Tiffany Stratton moves, giving her some offense. The action goes to the floor. Tiffany Stratton sends Nia Jax into the ring post. Nia Jax is back in the ring as Tiffany Stratton comes off the top rope with a big crossbody and covers Nia Jax for only a 2 count. Tiffany Stratton then nails Nia Jax with a running drop kick. Nia Jax comes back with a big pop up, small drop, and then a senton. Nia Jax covers Tiffany Stratton for only a 2 count. The champ connects with a big knee, a big elbow, and spine buster on Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton covers Nia Jax, but she kicks out at 2. Tiffany Stratton runs the ropes, but it's caught by Nia Jax and drops with a 2 power bombs. Nia Jax then connects with a leg drop on Tiffany Stratton and covers her. 1-2 no. Tiffany Stratton kicks out. Nia Jax goes to the second rope, but Tiffany Stratton is up and gets on. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton is up and gets up on the second rope. Tiffany Stratton nails Nia Jax over and drops her back first on the mat. Tiffany Stratton covers Nia Jax for only a 2 count. Naomi's music hits as she walks out with her new red hair and a steel chair. Jade Cargill music hits as she takes out Naomi. The two fight through the crowd. Nia Jax charges, but Tiffany Stratton moves and hits the ring post. Tiffany Stratton connects with the prettiest moonsault ever. Tiffany Stratton covers Nia Jax, but she kicks out at 2. Nia Jax then pushes Nia Jax to the floor. Nia Jax clears off the announcer desk and picks her up, and Samoa drops her through the announcer desk. Nia Jax sends Tiffany Stratton back in the ring, and goes as Tiffany Stratton gets to her feet, but Nia Jax sits her on with an annihilator as the referee counts, but Tiffany Stratton gets her hands on the ropes. Nia Jax leaves the ring and grabs the title, and Nia Jax grabs a chair as the referee has his back turned to put the title back near the announcer table. Tiffany Stratton then drop kicks the chair into Nia Jax and then connects with the prettiest moonsault ever and covers Nia Jax to retain. The winner is still your WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. And the show goes off the air as Tiffany Stratton celebrates. So WWE Smackdown goes off the air. All right, let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Smackdown because I'm gonna give my honest opinion, my own thoughts, my honest opinion. Now, WWE Smackdown was a pretty good W show for what it was. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review on highs, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel because I am a grinder on YouTube, just like I'm a grinder on Twitch. Follow my social media down below in the description, and I will make a YouTube short video of me showing you guys my thumbnail twice in the video. And I will stream tomorrow for yeah, I gotta go to GameStop and get my and pick up my Capcom collection. Yeah, I gotta pick up my Capcom collection 2 tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be streaming Capcom collection 2 on Twitch. So you guys gonna see some exclusive gameplay on that too. All right. But anyway, this your boy Big Boy Snapshine TV. Have a great night. This your boy Big Boy Snapshine TV, aka what kind of snatch you want? Cause I got plenty to go around. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will see you guys in my world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review on highs right here at 4 o'clock a.m. on YouTube. So I'm gonna share my world premiere everywhere. I'm gonna share my world premiere with my community on YouTube, everywhere on social media. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I'll see you guys tomorrow live on Twitch for some Capcom collection too. I gotta go to GameStop first and then just to go pick up my game. Then I'm going to stream it on Twitch. But anyway, this your boy B Boy Snapshot TV, aka what kind of snacks you want? Because I got plenty to go around. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. My goal is to 10K subscribers on YouTube and become a YouTube partner. Make sure you guys run my playlist. That's much as important for some watch hours. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kids, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.